Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Serious Sunday. I'm your host Luke, and this week in GameSpace news, we see the rollout after its announcement back in March of the Xbox Live Creators Program, another step in the direction of our long-running trend of platforms opening themselves up to a wider and wider range of developers. To give a brief summary of the program, for those of you who aren't familiar with the concepts thereof, the Xbox Live Creators Program allows any developer that has a Dev Center account, which is as simple as registering as a developer with Microsoft through developer.microsoft.com with your contact information and paying a registration fee of about $20 for an individual or $100 for a company, to release games not only for the Windows 10 app marketplace, but now are being guaranteed publishing on the Xbox Live marketplace as well, assuming the app passes an evaluation process that, if it's anything akin to what we've been traditionally seeing on Apple and other open marketplaces, consists mostly of confirming that the app isn't a virus, doesn't crash the system, and that IAPs are correctly configured. As one might expect, opening the floodgates to developers interested in getting their products onto the Xbox Live Marketplace is going to be praised by many independent developers who, to date, didn't have the access necessary to get their games in the living room through the console. But as I've cautioned in my somewhat recent video about Steam's departure from Greenlight and rollout of the Steam Direct Marketplace, there is a very real risk of poisoning the well, as it were. I am fundamentally pro-giving developers the ability to realize their dreams and get their products onto as many platforms as is viable, but I'm seeing a large trend in game distribution of said distributors taking a hands-off approach, not performing the actual quality assurance and due diligence in making sure that the products getting onto their platform are of a standard of quality that truly meets the demand of the player base. The new Creators Program also includes some tools for the prospective developer to make use of a subset of the Xbox Live services, gamer tags, leaderboards, social features, and cloud storage, though more valuable functions like online multiplayer, achievements, and the ability to award gamerscore are still gated by the necessity for an ID at Xbox account, which has a stringent certification process, but, with the exception of multiplayer, I don't see a whole lot of compelling reason for the average developer to need what ID at Xbox provides. I believe, as a professional and someone who's been on the publisher side evaluating products for publishing, that we need to have a standard as to what products we're willing to surface to our customers in order to maintain a level of quality that's expected of us. If I decide to go with a broken product or one that's low quality, minimal effort, or just plain bad, that's my responsibility, and I own it. Removing the human mostly from this equation does lead to a lower bar as far as quality goes, or at the very least, a much less predictable range of bars. And beyond just levels of quality, we also have a simple problem of discoverability, which I speculated on in the last video that I did on this topic. Since the rollout of Steam Direct, game release numbers have grown massively on Steam, with an average of now over 30 new titles a day released in this most recent week, according to ICO Partners, a game consultancy firm in the UK. That makes it, to my mind, conversely even less likely, regardless of the fact that it's easier now to get onto the platform, that you'll actually be found there unless you're already well known or are lucky enough to have the support of internet personalities with curator accounts. It seems that the era of the walled garden is all but ended. Even the Galapagos that Nintendo once was is starting to open its borders to new prospects with the recent release of Nintendo Switch dev kits to the general public at a very affordable $450. For all I know though, this move could be in direct response to Nintendo's. Whatever the motivation though, if you're a developer who was hoping at some point to release their game on Xbox Live, then the barrier for entry has just fallen significantly. Concerns about the risks of an open market with very little oversight aside, it is a great opportunity, and I can happily say that there's been no better time than now to be making video games as an indie with a small budget. Getting noticed is always going to be a big issue, and there are definitely marketing concerns that need to be addressed, but despite all of my gloom and doom, it is a step in the right direction, and I'm overall very excited about it. So you, prospective developer, get out there and make the best of it. Hurdles will be high, but I'm hoping that we'll see a lot of great content surfacing above the inevitable chaff that we'll be seeing as well. And that's all that I have for today. Thank you for joining me as always for this lovely Serious Sunday, and I hope that you'll consider dropping in again very soon, and if you're interested in joining our merry band of video game creators and consumers, consider subscribing. It helps our channel grow and gain that very kind of visibility that I'm talking about. In a sea of YouTube videos, only the popular shine. But regardless of what you do there, thank you as always for dropping by, and I hope that I'll see you again soon. Have a good one, and take care.